At the initial appearance, the magistrate will usually set release conditions. And there are 4 different kinds of release conditions in Arizona that you need to be aware of. Most of the time, if someone's in court for the first time, they've never been in trouble before for a felony offense, the offense itself is not that serious. Say the person lives in Arizona, they lived here their whole lives. Most of the time, those people are going to be released OR, or on their own recognizance. And it's a promise to appear, that's all it is. A couple standard release conditions are don't break the law and don't leave the state without a judge's permission. So those are the 2 things you need to keep in mind there. Then there's paying a bond, and there are 2 radically different kinds of bonds. One is a cash bond. Say a judge says, all right, your bond's $50,000, cash only. In that case, you can't go to a bonding company and have a surety post a bond for you. You actually have to come up with $50,000. If it's a secured appearance bond, then you can go to a bonding company, typically pay 10%. So if it's a $50,000 bond, you would pay $5,000. And then the bonding company would pay the bond through a surety. They would need to get some type of equity or some type of guarantee from you. So most people put up their homes, cars, things like that so that they can post a bond. A bonding company isn't going to take it just on a handshake. There has to be collateral. Finally, there is pretrial services release. And pretrial services release is a hybrid between being in jail and just being released OR. You could be held in home detention. You could have very stringent release conditions where you can only be released to work and then you have to go back home. You could have to submit to drug and alcohol testing. And there are a whole number of different factors involving home detention with pretrial services, and the conditions of release can be really radically different. So those are the 4 different types of release conditions. At any moment, a defense attorney can file another motion to modify the release conditions as well. So once that magistrate sets the release conditions, they're not set in stone and they can change later. If you have any questions about this whatsoever, 602-989-5000 is our number, and thanks so much.